Hello again. Welcome back to your 5-minute devotional stop with me, Amy Phillips. I'm on a journey moving from fear to faith, and I hope you'll join me for Just Believe. Hey friends. So this week I start off one day with God just thinking about His glory. I was desiring to be close to Him, to understand Him, to know Him. And I think we often make God like us. We bring Him down to our level as if we could explain Him like we would an inanimate object. And as I thought about His glory, I came to that question once again, what is God's glory? Something so otherworldly about the thought of it, something beyond what we can put our finger on and describe. So I began to look up some verses about the glory of God. The first one I came to, I want to pray over you because it's so good. This is Ephesians 3 from the Passion Translation. And I pray that He would unveil within you the unlimited riches of His glory and favor, until supernatural strength floods your innermost being with His divine might and explosive power. Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of His love will become the very source and root of your life. As I read this verse this week, excitement kind of bubbled up inside of me. You know how you can get excited about vacation that's coming or excited about a friend coming to visit, and there's this buzzing in your heart as you think about it. Well, that's what this was like. It was an excitement and a thrill of knowing more of Him, a refreshing, a recalibrating. I feel it even right now. Everything I was doing all of a sudden seems commonplace when this feeling comes, because there's always more of Him to know, to understand, something more. It's that deep calling to deep. Friends, hear it again. May God unveil in you the unlimited riches of His glory and favor. May the life of Jesus be released deep inside of you, so that the resting place of His love will become the very source and root of your life. Man, so good. So let's take a crack at answering that question. What is the glory of God? So as I was searching around, I found several definitions of God's glory. It isn't something you can pin down to one word or easily explain. One definition was, the glory of God is the beauty of His Spirit. It's not an aesthetic beauty or a material beauty, but is the beauty that emanates from His character, from all that He is. Here's another one. I like how John Piper tries to define it. He says in Isaiah 6:3, we hear about the angels crying to one another, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts." And the next thing they say is, the whole earth is full of His, right? It would make sense for the whole earth to be full of His holiness, as we said, holy, holy, holy. But instead it says the whole earth is full of His glory. So John Piper goes on to say, from which I stab at a definition by saying that the glory of God is the manifest beauty of His holiness. It is the going public of His holiness. It is the way He puts His holiness on display for people to apprehend. So the glory of God is the holiness of God made manifest. Now it's interesting, in both of those tries at defining God's glory, the word beauty shows up. The beauty of His character, the beauty of His holiness. I do like the glory of God is the holiness of God made manifest. His glory is everywhere. Nature itself declares God's glory. Read in Psalm 19, it says, the heavens are telling of the glory of God, and their expanses declaring the work of His hands. Let me tell you something beautiful. This glory that we can't even really define or put in human terms, God created us for it, for Him. He says in Isaiah 43:7, it says, everyone who's called by my name, whom I created for my glory, whom I formed and made. We were made, created for His glory, for the manifest beauty of His holiness. We can go back to that first verse from Ephesians and take it that He wants to unveil within us this glory, this beauty of His holiness. I mean, how can we even take this in, though, that the God of the universe wants to put His glory in us, the beauty of His holiness made manifest in us, these little jars of clay, these vessels that contain His glory. He's showing the world who He is through the glory revealed in creation, and He's showing the world through you as you are a carrier of His glory. We don't have to do anything to be a carrier of His presence and His glory. He moved in when you received the greatest gift ever given by faith, His Son. And with that, we come right back to faith. That's all we ever need, just to believe and receive. Jesus said to Martha at the raising of Lazarus, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" So friends, take a moment to reflect on this glory, this beauty of His holiness poured out in and through you on display for all to see. Take a moment to breathe in and out the graciousness of God in bestowing His glory in and through you. Be filled today with faith to see the glory of God more revealed in your life. And in case no one's told you today, do not fear, friends. Just believe in the Lord of glory. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you feel encouraged and strengthened. If you want to connect with me, you can find me at amybphillips.com. See you next time.